Njengamanje indlela abadelela ngayo akusekungathizwa kulona lethu. So ke sizama ukulungisa leso simo ngomoya omuhle. Kodwa ke futhi singakusho nje kucaca ukuthi kuzofika lapho esingezokubancenga khona. Kuzofika lapho esingezokubancenga khona. Njengoba silokhu sicela unyaka uyophela manje senza lama march sicela. Kuzofika lapho esingezokubacela khona. Nohulumeni ufuna kwazi lokho ngeke enze lutho futhi. Siyakusho nje lokho asikufihli, sikusho nizwa nonke nina beindaba ukuthi kuzofika lapho esingezokubancenga khona. Sesikhathele kulokho sibacela bese benza lento abayenza basijikijele ngamathina opende kanje. Into elandelayo bazokhipha isibhamu ngewindi badubula umuntu la.
From foreigners to say you think you can do what you're doing in KZN and come march here in Gauteng or come march here in Joburg. We'll show you that Joburg belongs to us as foreigners. So we're here today to prove to them that there's no country that is going to be a country in South Africa. This country is South Africa and it's going to belong to South Africans, whether they like it or not, because it's easier to fight with us if we're separated, and that's why they're trying to push the whole tribalist image now of Zulus and Pedis and Tswanas or whatever. And we're united here, different tribes, different races from South Africa, to say that nobody's going to cause us fear in our own country. Nobody is going to render us useless or scared or non-existent in our own country, whether it's in business, whether it's in our own facilities and our resources. Everything that is in this country belongs to South Africans first. Foreigners are being done a favor with everything that they do here in our country. It's a favor, really. Don't own this country, you never will.
The March on March protest is happening right now in Johannesburg, led by Jacinta Dudula members. It is hot. It is happening live. They are saying illegal immigrants should leave their country. In fact, guys, let me allow you watch these videos of what is currently happening live right now, today in Joburg. And when we finish watching the video, we'll come back and talk about it. And credit goes to the original owners of this video. Please, my South African, note that the purpose of this video is just for creation of awareness and information on social media. Let's watch this video and come back and talk about it.
So all the stores in Braamfontein at the moment, particularly this side of the area, have closed their shops. We witnessed an accident actually between a motorist and a police vehicle, and this because the motorist was trying to get away from the crowd, and that's when that accident occurred. So quite a lot has been happening. Fortunately, we've been able to stop and try and catch our breath, but you'd notice now once more they're coming. In fact, that is not where they were supposed to be. It seems as though they're going into places police have asked them not to go into. They were meant to walk here on this stretch of the road, but now it seems as though they're all just dispersing into different parts of Braamfontein. We're going to move closer, and we had stood there in fact because we were anticipating them to come that side, but it seems as though there's been a change of plans. We're moving closer to try and see if the marchers will proceed with this part. It seems as though they are not entirely happy being stopped by police. There's some sort of confusion here. There's some people, in fact, who are standing on top of buildings. I'm gonna try and move away from the chaos for a bit. They're hitting stores, as you can see, and moving towards the initial plan, it seems. They stopped there for about 5 or so minutes, and they're now proceeding to where they had said that we're moving to. A number of people have stood to try and speak to other people, finding out where they're from, pointing at people they believe are foreign nationals. You'd also notice that some of the residential areas here have also closed their doors. That's because we saw a few people trying to gain access into those buildings. And from what we heard on the sidelines, just to see if the people residing in these buildings and the people who own these businesses are of South African nationalities. They have once again stopped to regroup, and then they will be proceeding to the Gauteng legislature, hoping that they do not make a diversion and change their plans. We had tried speaking to someone earlier, but as you can see, they very caught up with getting to the Gauteng legislature, and Ayanda, that is what has been happening. I'm going to try and see if we can speak to Ngizwe Mkhulu. Actually, he was here. He was not too far from where we currently are. I hope he can shed some light as to whether or not their plans have changed. He's one of the coordinators, if you'd remember, Ayanda, right at the front lines when those protests started. He was somewhere around here. It seems as though he has gone back into that crowd, but also a lot of passerbys and pedestrians who stopped to find out what is happening. Police have been pleading with them to keep a safe distance and not to distract the marchers from being on the road and basically just causing chaos. They have also asked that we catch up with them as we try and follow them. So what we normally do is just stand in front of them and find a way to ensure that we're in the front, thus being safe, a bit safer as with the police on. I think we're seeing Gizwe here. I'm not sure if he'll be willing to speak at the moment, but literally just 30 seconds of whether or not they're still going to the legislature and if things are going to plan. He's currently here with us. Mr. Mkhulu, we are about 1 kilometer from the legislature. Please talk to us about today's march, and is it going according to plan?
Absolutely, and when you are in a battlefield, there is no proper plan that can prosper. But we are all in one command. And then as we are turning here this way, we are going back to the legislature, but we wanted to demonstrate that Hebrew and Yuvel can never be owned by foreign nationals. Peacefully, we are here, and if you wanted to do any criminality, it should have happened long time ago. But as leaders, we have made sure that peace is important, because our voice can be heard through peace, but through violence, there's no sense that can be made. Here we are in Hebrew, Yuvel, making sure that all illegal foreigners and all police that are corrupt, they must be perished in this country, and we can never tolerate the nonsense. If political organizations have failed to liberate us, we will liberate us on our own as civil organization. We have fear nothing. We will fight and fight until we win. And thanks to the people that have stood up for their own country. He may look crazy, Donald Trump, but he has made sure that he killed the drug cartel leader in Mexico, because all the drugs are coming from Mexico and other countries. It's important that we do what is justice for our country as well. Do you think that the marches are effective? You've had marches in Durban, you had another one in Tshwane yesterday. Do you think they're effective? Definitely they are. Yeah. They are, and you'll see. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ngizwe Mkhulu, one of the leaders and organizers of this march. It seems they're moving up now onto Jorrison Street, Ayanda, and we are now about 800 meters away from the Gauteng legislature. It seems they're moving a bit too fast. So
the South Africans are saying, well, it is time for illegal immigrants to leave their countries. They are saying it is time. And then in, I think, one of Jacinta's interview, she said most of the illegal immigrants or most of the migrants live in Johannesburg, which are the Ghanaians, the Nigerians, the Zimbabweans, and the rest. And that they were making mouth and saying that the Dudula cannot come to South Africa, that they only end in Durban, that they cannot do anything when it comes to Joburg, that Joburg belongs to them. My brother, my sister, Joburg doesn't belong to you. Joburg belongs to the South Africans. They are the citizens, so they have the right to do anything they want to do. Guys, you guys should have sense. If you are living in South Africa and you are an illegal immigrant, if you like, don't pack your things and leave. Anything these South Africans do to you, it is your fault. Because since last month, they've been announcing that they want illegal immigrants to leave their country. They want South Africa for South African. I don't understand how people will come together and tell you guys that they don't want you in their country, and yet you still be stubborn and you will not want to leave somebody's country for them. Are you guys the owner of your country? If South Africa is so beautiful for you, please go and build your own country. Go back. Leave their country. These people have told you that they don't want you here. Why do you put like I don't know how you guys think, but you like to be insulted. For I know that it's so painful, because for the people that have investment and everything and are legally living in South Africa, those are the people that I pity for. But if you are illegally living in South Africa, my brother, my sister, my Nigerians, my Ghanaians, Zimbabweans, Kenyans, leave. Go back home. They don't want you there. They are singing, they are protesting on the road that it is time. They don't want you to be in their country. So pack your load and leave. Anything that happens to you today, that is your business. That is all I have to say for today's video. Thank you guys for watching today's episode. I see you on my next episode. Bye for now.